One moment, everything is fine. The next, your hair is wrapped around a tiny fist with a grip strength that seems physically impossible for something that small. You try to detach them gently. They hold tighter. You try again, still tighter. And somewhere between the third attempt and the moment you accept that you are simply not going anywhere until they decide you can, you have the thought every parent has in this situation. Why do they keep doing this? The answer that developmental researchers found is not what you have been told. It is not aggression. It is not a phase. It is not random. It is one of the most deliberate and specific forms of communication a baby is capable of producing. And once you understand what they are actually saying when that fist closes around your hair, you will never experience this moment the same way again. When your baby grabs your hair, they are saying, "You are my safe place." The first thing researchers noticed when studying infant grasping behavior is that babies do not grab hair randomly. They grab the hair of specific people, consistently, repeatedly, with a selectivity that once you observe it is impossible to dismiss as coincidence. A 2016 study from the University of Amsterdam examining tactile attachment behaviors found that hair grabbing, along with face touching and clothing clutching, was directed almost exclusively toward primary attachment figures, not strangers, not unfamiliar caregivers, the people the baby had already identified as their anchor. The reason is rooted in what John Bowlby called proximity maintenance, one of the 4 core behaviors of the attachment system. When the attachment system is activated, when the baby feels uncertain or overstimulated or simply in need of the felt sense of safety, it generates behaviors designed to close the physical distance between the baby and the attachment figure. In older children, this looks like running to a parent. In infants who cannot run, who cannot close distances on their own terms, the attachment system produces the tools available to them: their hands, your hair, a grip that does not let go. When your baby grabs your hair and holds on, they are anchoring themselves to the safest thing they know. When your baby grabs your hair while falling asleep, they are saying, "Do not go yet." There is a specific kind of hair grab that happens in the transition to sleep. The grip loosens, the eyes get heavy, and just as you think they are finally under, the hand shoots out and closes around whatever it can reach: your hair, your shirt, your face. Researchers studying infant sleep behavior found that this grasping surge in the pre-sleep window is a neurologically predictable response to the approach of unconsciousness. As awareness begins to fade, the attachment system generates one final proximity check. Is the safe person still here? The grip is the check. This is not manipulation. It is not a habit to break. It is an infant nervous system doing the one thing evolution designed it to do in the moments before vulnerability, making sure the anchor is still present before letting go of consciousness entirely. When your baby grabs your hair during feeding, they are saying, "I need more of you than just this." Feeding is not only nutrition, it is one of the primary contexts in which the relationship is built and reinforced. The physical closeness, the eye contact, the smell, the heartbeat, every feed is a full-body relational experience. But sometimes it is not enough. Sometimes the baby needs the contact to be more complete, more confirmed, more certain. And the hand that reaches up and grabs your hair during a feed is reaching for exactly that. Researchers at the University of Notre Dame studying breastfeeding behavior found that babies who made physical contact with the mother's body during feeds, touching the face, grasping the hair, clutching the skin, showed higher levels of oxytocin both during and after the feed than babies who fed without this additional contact. The grabbing was producing a measurable biological outcome: more of the bonding hormone, more of the signal that says safety is present. The hair grab during feeding is the baby completing the experience, making it whole. When your baby grabs your hair and a stranger appears, they are saying, "I need you closer right now." Stranger anxiety peaks between 6 and 12 months, and one of its most reliable physical expressions is the hair grab. The moment an unfamiliar face appears, a hand shoots out and closes around whatever is closest to the primary attachment figure. The threat detection system has flagged something unfamiliar. The response is immediate and automatic. Close the distance to the safe person, increase contact, confirm proximity. Researchers at Harvard Medical School studying stranger anxiety found that infants who could maintain physical contact with their primary caregiver during exposure to unfamiliar people showed significantly lower cortisol responses than infants separated from the caregiver during the same exposure. The contact was regulating the stress response in real time. Your hair is the handle. When your baby grabs your hair and then looks directly at your face, they are saying, "Are we still connected?" This is the most specific and most overlooked version of the grab. The hand closes around your hair and then immediately the baby looks at your face. Not at the room, not at what you're doing, at your face. Researchers call this a contact check, a rapid verification that the attachment figure is present, responsive, and still emotionally available. The grip establishes physical connection. The look confirms the rest. This particular sequence, grab then look, is one of the earliest observable forms of what developmental psychologists call secure base checking, the behavior that tells researchers a baby has already internalized a primary attachment figure and is using them as a reference point for navigating the world. When your baby grabs your hair and looks straight at you, the right answer is not to detach the hand. It is to meet the look, to be as present as the grip is asking you to be. Your baby doesn't have the words yet. They won't have them for a long time. And in the absence of language, they use what they have. The reach, the grip, the fist closed around the thing that smells and feels and is most undeniably you. Every hair pull is a sentence, and now you know how to read it. Subscribe. Every week, more of what your baby is trying to say.